Well, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the National Stadium. It is time to have the curtain raiser for the new Japanese football season. And a meeting between the double winners of last season, the back-to-back champions of the J.League, Vissel Kobe, taking on the side that ran them so close in the race for the title last season. It was a thrilling race. It went all the way down to the wire. For many, many weeks, it looked like Sanfrecce Hiroshima would go on to clinch the J.League crown. A side that always seems to finish in the top three, but ultimately the champions would retain their crown on the final day and therefore win the double. They are the new superpowers of Japanese football, and now looking to add the Super Cup crown to their silverware haul, of which they will bring out the cup and the league trophy ahead of today's game. The new league season is only a week away. No better way to prepare for it than to play for that, the FUJIFILM Super Cup in 2025. It's a cold old day in the capital, but Japanese football at the very top level is back. Very familiar faces on the Sanfrecce team that you see walking out. Maybe a few unfamiliar ones in that Vissel Kobe side. Rotation has been the key for Takayuki Yoshida, with a very important Asian Champions League elite game coming up in just 3 days' time against Shanghai Port. And many of his big guns today are on the bench. But we're expecting a thriller, and we are going to see Mitsuki Saito making his long-awaited return as well to top-level football. But before we start, we will pause, as we always do on such a day, for the national anthem. A wonderful rendition of the national anthem. And there is Yuya Osako, Gotoku Sakai, Yoshinori Muto. The big guns all on reserve today against a very powerful-looking Sanfrecce side. 4 times winners of this trophy. Let's take a check on the times. Vissel Kobe, the instantly recognisable face of Daiji Sasaki. Tetsushi Yamakawa came off the back of his best season last season. And the return of Mitsuki Saito. He was injured back in August of 2023. An horrific knee injury that he suffered. Great to see him back out there. And to Nanase Ino, who missed the end of last season through injury as well. Takayuki Yoshida has plenty of strength on the bench, as we say, and expect to see a number of those players introduced throughout the course of this game. Good opportunity for a couple of the younger players as well. Nina Tomanagi will lead the line today for Vissel Kobe. Yuto Koike is one of the new acquisitions, in which have been kept to a minimum so far from Yoshida. Koike coming in though from Yokohama F. Mariners. there's a day where many of those younger players and players who have often been backup will look to make a real impact and to stake a claim. Here's the Sanfrecce side. Rio Jermaine has arrived from Jubilo Iwata, and he will lead the line. Tolgay Arslan and Mutsuki Kato will provide the ammunition. Satoshi Tanaka had a wonderful season for Shonan Bellmare last season. He too is another of the new arrivals. But apart from that, this very much first 11 for Mikkel Skiver's side that we saw much of last season, with Higashi and Nakano outstanding on the flanks for them, and that back three as good as any in Japanese football. Keisuke Osaka continues to really catch the eye in goal as well, and of course has become a regular in the national squads too. And Yotaro Nakajima in the middle of midfield at just 18 years old, a product of the club's academy, and when called upon last season really did look very much one, not just for the future, but for now as well. It was felt that they needed a striker though, and they went out and signed the man from Jubilo Iwata, now relegated of course, Rio Jermaine, who had such a wonderful start to life in J1 last season, when he was in double figures seemingly before the season was a month old. It's a very familiar looking Sanfrecce Hiroshima side then that will take on a very different looking Vissel Kobe side. With that in mind, and with the sides laid out on paper, perhaps the side that finished as the runners-up in J1 last season will be classed as favourites for this one. Well, the atmosphere is fantastic. Getting to the stadium today has been quite difficult for many of the supporters, but they are here in great number, having made the long journey. And Daiji Sasaki, a scorer of so many important goals last season, will be hoping to have another good day today. A vital goal that he scored at the back end of last season. He's been in good form as well in the Asian Champions League. Goals in his last 3 games in the competition. There is Satoshi Tanaka, diminutive little midfielder, tigerish little midfielder. Such a good season for Shonan Bellmare last time out. And we are ready to go. It's the FUJIFILM Super Cup for 2025. Vissel Kobe against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sanfrecce, in their change colours, will get us underway as they take on the double winners of last season, Vissel Kobe. It is silverware that everyone wants to win. So Kobe, new to this in the last few seasons, lost out of course to Kashima last season. We're looking to lift the crown again. The header is by Yamakawa. Up towards Tominaga, couldn't take the ball in, the 20-year-old. That's Tanaka in the middle of midfield. And the ever-dependable Tsukasa Shiotani is Sho Sasaki. And now Higashi. It's a nice switch here for Shuto Nakano. Tanaka offers himself. Tried to help the ball into the penalty area, but closed down very quickly by Saito. Sasaki. Pass was a little short. And is cleared away by Hidaka. The temperature's just about reached 9 degrees. It's been floating around 6 or 7 for the earlier part of the day. It is chilly. Very clear day. even now. You can see Mitsuki Saito's knee strongly bandaged and guarded there. So much time out of the game. Certainly he would have questioned whether or not he would make the return to football at the very top level. Rio Jermaine had that wonderful start to last season. Tominaga. Nicely picked up and read by Mutsuki Kato. Sasaki. Araki. Shatani. Rio Jermaine was unable to see off the intentions of Iwanami. Well, they wanted a free kick, the referee not interested as the challenge was made on Sasaki, who was started out very much as the line leader for the champions, with Tominagi just playing off him. Yuta Koike, who we normally expect to see playing at fullback, in a very advanced role as well. Saito, away by Sasaki. Araki. Pass was a little misplaced by Sho Sasaki. We looked for a large portion of the run into the end of the season that they would be going on to lift the crown, Sanfrecce. Particularly when Sasaki and Mutsuki Kato scored the goals to earn them a 2-1 win at Jubilo Iwata. That was in October, and then as the season kicked on, they just lost their way a little as the end of the season came. They were beaten at Urawa, they were beaten at home by Kyoto Sanga, and away at Shonan Bellmare. Defeats that really took the life out of their charge, having been on such a long unbeaten run, on such a long winning run as well, and allowed Vissel just to sneak up. They were only top four for 6 weeks of the season with Vissel Kobe, but they were top for the vital weeks right at the end. They went top with 4 match days to go, and they never looked back from there. That's nicely done. Tolgai Arslan, Sasaki across goal, and no one there to turn the ball home. The idea was really good from Sasaki. Mutsuki Kato had such a brilliant run into the end of the season. He had such a brilliant season. All in all, 9 goals. He scored vital goals towards the end of the season, including that goal at Jubilo. But not enough in the end to lift them the title. Today to celebrate the talent of the Japanese game. There's only one non-Japanese player on the field today, Tolgai Arslan. Takafumi Miurua, the referee, just making sure that the one-man wall retreats sufficient distance. And Higashi did score from a similar position against Consadole Sapporo. penultimate week of the season, will deliver into the penalty area. Goes up in the air from Tominaga. Tanaka jumping for the ball. It's a battle for it on the edge of the box. Eventually was cleared away. Shiotani doing well. Nowhere for Tolgay Arslan to go as Saito came across and made the challenge. Up against Satoshi Tanaka today. Two players that really developed and bettered themselves at Shonan. Produced a few decent midfielders down the years of Shonan Bellmare, not least the captain of Japan and the Liverpool midfielder, Wataru Endo. The header was well over the top from Ryojomi. Yamakawa doing enough. A late bloomer at the age of 29. Shota Arai downfield. Tominaga, lovely turn. The heavy touch was from Sasaki. Koike. Very tidy in the middle of midfield from Tominaga. Sasaki. That's nice. Koike across goal. Two arriving, but no one there. As the ball is cleared away by Ayato Araki. It's a decent little ball, but the header back across only finds the goalkeeper. Sasaki, Araki. Not the best ball in the world, they're going to get away with it though. Picked up by Nakajima. It's a ball for Ryojomen, but he'd need jet-propelled boots if he was to have a chance of getting onto that. It was firmly struck. The idea was good. Execution was wrong. Difficult ball though to pull off in that situation. Nakano has given that ball away. An opportunity to advance downfield, but the pass delivered behind Tominaga. Smashed away downfield. Tetsushi Yamakawa wearing the armband today. Long again for Ryojomen. It's not the worst touch in the world, but a little unfortunate. They have a good record in the Super Cup, the Sanfrecce, dating back to 2008 when they beat Kashima on penalties. Beat Kashima Reysol in 2013, Yokohama F. Marinos in 2014, and Gamba Osaka in 2016. That's a decent ball. It's come down off the bar and into the net. It's a fine header. And Sanfrecce go in front early on here. Tolgay Arslan met it. And he got the bounce that he wanted. And Sanfrecce lead. Lovely delivery from Nakano. And it's a brilliantly guided header. The goalkeeper just losing his bearings somewhat. And Tolgay Arslan brought in the last transfer window of last season and put Sanfrecce in front. Goalkeeper will be disappointed, but it was a fine header from the German. He scored 8 goals from 10 starts when he arrived in Japan. He went off like a train. He got 2 against Cerezo, he got 3 against Tokyo and 2 against Yokohama Marinos in that memorable 6-2 win. Added another in December in that win over Consadole. He had 7 goals within 4 games of arriving. Quite the impact, which is why Mikkel Skibbe brought him into the side. Sasaki penalised for the foul on Araki. Just have a look at the goalkeeper again here, just as he falls backwards, just loses his bearings as to where the ball's going and thinks it's coming back off the crossbar, loses footing, ball ends up just falling into the net. Sanfrecce, who have dominated the ball so far, now have the goal to go with it. Here comes Sanfrecce again, making decent ground. The attempted cross is charged down. Iwanami was who came out to make the block. Going to be a long throw from Nakano into the penalty area, who was met really well by Araki. Vissel managed to get the ball away. Really good start from Sanfrecce Hiroshima, and they've got another free kick here. Really good start. It stung at the end of last season, and they just ran out of steam a little towards the last few weeks, having gone on such a marvellous unbeaten run and winning run. They've bolstered the squad. A couple of high-profile departures, of course, with a retiree and one of the vast experienced players moving on as well. The players that have been brought in look set to really bolster the squad. There's another delivery which is headed away well from Yamakawa. You wonder how long you'll see the likes of Muto or Osako for today. Imagine they'll be needed on Tuesday against Shanghai Port. They play Shenhua as well the week after. And it's a small matter, of course, of the start of the J.League. And they've been handed a tough opening fixture, albeit at home, against Urawa. away at Nagoya Grampus as well the week after. Good challenge again by Saito. A little bit of help that he got as well in the middle of that midfield from Yamauchi. There was a foul on Sasaki. What a season he had last season. Step forward after Osako had broken his goals record the season before. He wasn't as prolific last season, so Muto stepped forward with 13 goals from that wide position. And double figures in assists as well. Huge role as well in the last few weeks of the campaign. He scored a vital goal away at Kashiwa Reysol and then against Shona Belmare as well. In the game clinching, the title clinching game. That's nicely done. Cross is looking for Tominaga. Try again here. That was nicely done. A little thread, Sasaki can't take the ball in, and Araki makes the challenge. Daichi Sasaki's touch just letting him down momentarily. Wasn't the easiest ball to take. That's not the easiest ball to take either. It's not a particularly good pass. Little touch on the ball, wasn't it, from Shiotani? Just took it away from Sasaki. It's been a good start to the game. Sanfrecce dictating at the moment. They have the lead and they're dominating possession. Ball for Rio Jamin. That's Higashi on the far side of the field. Nice little stand up, but a little too high for Rio Jamin. He does end up on the floor, but referee having no interest whatsoever in that. What a job he's done with this group of players. It didn't look as though they'd have a chance of retaining their crown last season. He instilled the belief to add to the quality. And when Machida opened the door along with Sanfrecce, they were very quick to jump in it. Goalkeeper will come and clear that away. Ball was returned with interest, but not with any real direction at all. Yamakawa, Iwanami. Sanfrecce squeezing high, trying to force the error. Had to be cleared long downfield. It's another clever ball. The scoop cross was by Tolgai. Hacked away to safety by Mitsuki Hiraka. Real composure about Sanfrecce in the first quarter of this game. Already have the goal by Tolgai Arslan to celebrate. goalkeeper has to be careful and was very nearly robbed by Rio Germain. He was very phlegmatic in the end, as Kato, about the events of the last few weeks of last season. Here comes Sanfrecce again. The strike, always travelling across goal by Tolgai. It's certainly worth a go. Didn't really get hold of it today that he would have wanted. Past the midway point of this first half. Mikkel Skibber's side in front. Not through him, but through Tolgai Arslan's header. That hit the underside of the crossbar, cannon down, came back up over the goal line. Shuto Nakano. Shiotani. Nicely done. It's delivered beautifully. Chipped up, but there's a man arriving. He was Rio Germain. It's a brilliant flick away by Yamakawa. And then as the ball comes back in, the flag is up. Kato threw himself at the ball. The flag was already up. Well, this is a brilliant, brilliant block by Tetsushi Yamakawa. It looks like it's going to come at some cost, because Shota Arai is hurt, so too is Yamakawa. That's a goal-saving clearance, with Rio Germain closing in for what looked to be a simple tap-in. This is where Kato got hurt. It seemed as though the goalkeeper landed on him. Not the best angle in the world there. We'll be hoping all will be okay. All okay in the stands. And we packed supporters. We had to work the best way to get here to the game. With those little injuries sorted, we can get going again. Rio Germain is on the chase. The game's only really had that one chance taken exceptionally well by Tolgai Arslan. It's nicely won. Little return ball is for Nana Seino. He tried to thread it through a gap that wasn't really there. The goalkeeper made a little bit of a mess of it, but he managed to recover. Just a note of concern for Osako momentarily. Rio Germain will chase. Away by Iwanami. Or just running away from Nanaseino. That's nicely done again. There will be a foul on Sasaki. A wild slash at him. Again, one of those that probably looked worse than it was on initial viewing. Referee ruling that one was coming together. Well, the bigwigs sit up in their boxes. They look on to see what the talent can do. Important header from Yamakawa. Nakano. Nicely on my tall guy again. Deflected for Rio Germain. Well, we'll come back towards Nakano, whose idea was not the worst in the world, but just got underneath the cross a little. Idea was good, just a bit too much air on it. The game's only shot on target has provided the only goal. Super take again. Saito will clear. That's a nice turn. It's going to be a goal kick rather than a corner. It's a stumble and a fall. Little unlucky Nakajima. So when he came into the side last season, looked like he'd been part of it for years. No hesitations at all from Mikoskiba about introducing him. 2 starts and 10 substitute appearances last season, just after he turned 18. That's a dumping challenge from Saito. Blessed with some wonderful talent coming through in the J-League right now. Talking to scouts and recruitment teams at major Western clubs and across Europe. I feel that Japan is currently the most watched market in world football for players. Away by Sasaki. Rio Germain again is a constant menace. It's probably going to be a foul. The referee's actually going to let it play out. Sho Sasaki dived into the challenge. Danasino thought he was foul. The referee felt otherwise. Might be a little harshly done by. Talking at the recruitment of players for the J-League right now. There's 12 across the top 2 leagues in English football. A couple in La Liga, plenty in the Bundesliga as well. 8 of which playing in the Bundesliga and a couple in the tier below. Did look a foul, didn't it, on Nanaseno? Nicely done. No way through though. for Motoyama. One of the new signings brought in the transfer window from Fagiano Yokoyama. Koike will take the corner. What could they come up with here? Corner taken by Yuto Koike. It was met by Yamakawa, but he couldn't get the power really he wanted on the header. Game is ticking on very, very quickly, very open. It's a good contest out there. Remember, Vissel, the double winners of last season, are without a number of their key starters, most of whom are on the bench. This is the goal, scored by Tolgai. He just cushioned the header, didn't he, so well, defeating the goalkeeper. Osako and Yoshino Muto. We've been going through their paces as to Takehiro Ogihara. It's a nice flick. There will be a corner, won by Kato. Higashi will take. Well, they're coming from deep, which is the current en vogue way of taking corners. 6 players coming from deep positions as Higashi takes right under the crossbar. The goalkeeper only half away. And then the block on the clearance could have gone absolutely anywhere. And a sense of relief that it didn't cannon and go in as Iwanami tried to smash the ball away downfield. Little convincing from the goalkeeper. And as the ball comes down, it was a decent block in the end. And free kick will go the way of Sanfrecce as we enter the last 10 minutes of the first half. A little unlucky with Saito. Catching man rather than ball as the ball came down out of the sky. Again, it's that teenage talent Nakajima who will take. It's a little flat and a little low, comfortable for the defender to head the ball away. Was cleared away and Saito was caught. Understandable that every time he goes down, people will fear the worst. He has said that he feels his knee is very, very strong now. Been to hell and back with that injury. Comfortable header for Motoyama. Sanfrecce picking up so many balls in the middle of that midfield, though. Second phase possession. Here they come again. Tall guy. Nakajima. Clever ball. Kato, first touch just a little heavy. Took him away from goal, and Vissel escaped. Such a clever ball again from the teenager. Well, they're hearing great numbers and hearing great voice. Everyone wants to be them in Japanese football right now. Smash downfield from Yamakawa. Struggling to get the ball down there and hold the ball down there, though. Maybe an opportunity now. That's a very, very good ball. Sasaki has players arriving. The strike is a decent one from Saito, but he's a long way out. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Read all the stories about Saito's recovery and how he was around the training facility. And managed to stay positive throughout, even perhaps on the darkest days. Did his work, got himself back, and if he can reach the levels that he was at before, he will be a very, very good addition to this Vissel squad. Of course, as we say, that there have been departures. In the window. Most notably, of course, Ataru Yamaguchi moving to Nagasaki. Ryo Hatsuse moving to English football. And Ryo Kikuchi to Machida, another who's come back from a horrendous injury. Tanaka trying to bundle his way forward. Sho Sasaki, tall guy. Ryo Jaben's touch a bit heavy. Outstayed in play really well. Tanaka will win the throw. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Sanfrecce Hiroshima leading by 1-0. The goal scored by the German Tolga Arslan. Now Nakano will take the throw. And the header met really well by Ryo Jamen. Shota Arai with a straightforward save, getting across his goal. Fitting in really well. Nico Skibber was saying, big role for him to play in that team. Always difficult, of course, when you lose a player like they did, having started the season so well. Yohashi had been brought in from Shonan. Scored a bundle of goals early on, and now, of course, playing his trade in English football. Clever from Tolgay. His goal separates the sides. And they are good value for it. Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Four times winners of the Super Cup, the last in 2016. The victory today will take them level with Urawa on 5-1 behind Kashima Antlers. Only ever lost one, it was way back in 1979. You look at Vissel, who won it in 2020 and lost it last year. And 15 clubs have won the Super Cup in Japan. Who have lost more finals than anyone else, 6 in total. And only won it once. Strange old record that they have. Dates back to 1984 when, of course, they went by a different name. Nakano's cross, lovely ball. That's a really good header by Yamakawa. Higashi. Sasaki. Tolgay. Higashi went early with the cross, but defender was in the way. That's not the best clearance in the world. Nice touch as well, driven across goal by Nakano, who does have a fierce old strike on him. Shuto Nakano. It's no more than a throw. Scored one of the strikes of the season. Last season did Shuto Nakano. Five goals he scored from right back. Right wing back, I suppose you would call it. That's comfortable for the goalkeeper. Funnily enough, the goal that he scored, the absolute screamer, was in the shock defeat against Shonan Belmare, when the little man who now plays for Sanfrecce scored a stoppage time winner. There he is there, Satoshi Tanaka. We're into time added on at the end of the first half. Can't imagine there'll be too much the referee decides to add on. Just the 1 minute. Sanfrecce are off looking for another goal before half-time. Lovely ball by Tolgay. Nakano. We'll get the ball back here. Tolgay, brilliant. Wonderful touch. It's a very good recovery challenge from Motoyama. Enjoying himself today, the German. How about that? Beautiful play. Good recovery from Motoyama. This is the last action of the first half, the last chance of the first half. Second corner for Sanfrecce. Higashi with the corner. Can they crown a really good first half with a second goal? Ball just goes down and behind, and that will do. The half-time whistle does go in what has been a really good first half for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. The only goal of the game scored by Tolgay Arslan. It was a fine goal as well. The goalkeeper just caught out by the power of the header as it came off the crossbar. But they've been really good, Sanfrecce. They've dominated the game so far against mainly a backup Vissel Kobe side. And at half-time in the Super Cup final, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1, Vissel Kobe 0. Welcome back then to the National Stadium. Really good first half for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who lead by 1-0 in the 2025 FUJIFILM Super Cup final. A goal scored by Tolgay Arslan. The header down off the crossbar, but defeated Shota Arai, who just lost his bearings a little bit. There are changes at half-time. Koya Yoruki has replaced the Nasino. Yoruki's had his own injury problems over the last 18 months or so. Changes in personnel to try and help them back into the game. Yoruki, of course, played on that left-hand side in that first title-winning season. Muto on the right, and Osako through the middle. It was a really good triumvirate that they had in there, and Yoruki got injured. Sasaki came in and did really, really well. Then he come try to get back into the game. The header away is by Araki. That's nicely met, but the ball forward well charged down. Now perhaps a chance to counter-attack. Real Jermaine for Higashi, but there's a problem. Back play that will need dealing with. Iwanami just ran through the man. Saw one for Nakajima. It's a knee to the thigh. Should be okay. One of those that hurts, and you just have to grin and bear it for a few minutes when you wear one like that. Good hustling by Nakano. Will be a throw-in right by the corner flag as well. Well, they have plenty of talent at their disposal when the changes are made in this second half. They spent time in Turkey at the start of their pre-season and played some European sides to get themselves prepared before returning to Japan. And many do feel that they are the favourites for the J.League this season. The favourites to stop a three-peat from Vissel Kobe. That's a nice little ball for Rio Jermaine. Challenge was right on the edge of the penalty area. The referee had a good look at it. Waved away the appeals for a free kick. Yoruki's pass misplaced. Dangerous challenge. See, the referee had a really, really good view of it. Nicely done, Sho Sasaki. That's back with Arai. Sasaki comes to meet it with Yoruki. Nakajima, not much ahead of him at the moment. It's Tolgay Arslan, always available. Lovely little ball, Real Jermaine with a header. And it was very well defended and marshalled by the defender. Really, really good cover from Motoyama coming across from full-back. Well, last touch went off the Hiroshima man as well. For Vissel is that when the ball's got up there, they've not been able to hold it. Again, there an example of the problems they've had. It's a good nick to take the ball. Again, unable to keep it was Hidaka. Tolgai, Sasaki. We'll run all the way through to the goalkeeper again. It looks as though we're going to see Yuya Osako and Yoshinori Muto very quickly. Very soon indeed. The big guns about to be called upon. That's beautifully played. So once the pass from Higashi, not quite finding its target there. A missed kick turns into a good dummy in the end from Tominaga. A chance to advance now for Koike. Sato. Ball delivered straight at Nakano. Tolgai, run out of it by Yoroki. This little touch looking for Sasaki, but again it was hit with thunderous force, and Sasaki not able to do really anything with it at all. Problem for Tolgai, who ended up losing a boot in that challenge with Koya Yoroki. One of those that could easily have been given as a foul. The referee has tried to let the game flow. It would probably help the game to be like that. Well, they're full of voice and full of song, understandably so. Dominant really so far for Sanfrecce. Tolgai, Nakajima. That's nicely done by Nakano, but good challenge. Stepping back in by Yuta Koike. But they're probing again here. Sanfrecce looking for a second goal. But it's only the fourth corner of the game. It's their third. Delivery is by Higashi. The shot on the edge of the penalty area on the half turn was by Tanaka. Well wide, and well over the top as well. It was high and wide. The first half didn't move with a good tempo. The game had quality about it, good tempo about it. Vissel trying to claw their way back into it now. Then they've got a 4-on-3 here. This is Yoruki, and the little pullback, that's a brilliant save. And then the follow-up. Well, somehow Keisuke Osako has kept that out. It's a wonderful piece of work by Osako, the goalkeeper. A double save to remember. How about this? Outstanding composure from Yoruki to lay the ball off. That's a great save, but how about that second one? Astonishing, really, that doesn't go in. This is a brilliant save. And then the follow-up, well, Tominaga thought he'd scored, actually drilled it against the feet against Shiotani. Sanfrecce able to bring the ball away. That's nicely done. Tolgai, look at the white shirts moving forward. If they play this right, they're in. It's Rio Germain. Oh! He's blazed it. Had to drag the ball a little from behind him. Lovely first touch. It was just a question of whether or not they could make it happen here. You see, he got a little ahead of the ball and was striking it sort of a little off balance, a little behind him there. You could just see him falling away as he hits it. Not the worst effort in the world. Pickpocket from Tolgai to take the ball from Hidaka. Kato. Tolgai again. Already played 11 minutes of the second half. It's a nice little touch. Quite able to read it was Tolgai. Touch was a fraction heavy, which meant that in the end, Hidaka had to really slam through the ball to get it downfield. Sho Sasaki. Nice clearance, nicely measured as well by Iwanami. Yoruki. It was a good run by Yamachi, but wasn't picked out. And again, the counter-attack is led by Tolgai. Options left and right. Higashi. It's nicely met and dealt with by Motoyama. Firm or challenge. A little too firm from Araki. Again, there's activity in the technical areas, but we're not enough yet to get the fourth official's attention to make a change. A couple of minutes from the hour mark. 5 substitutes available as you would normally have for both sides. Now the activity is about to happen. They have been going through their paces strenuously, really, all through half-time, and for the 13.5 minutes we've played. And the two powerhouses, the two big ones. Now there's a thermal challenge there. It's from Yamakawa. It's a yellow card for the Vissel captain. And that's why. So VAR are just going to have another look at this just to make sure that it is just yellow. It was a little high. A little dangerous. What might be in his favour is that he was trying to pull out of it rather than go through with his studs, and challenge that could hurt the Sanfrecce man. Gone through thick and thin for those Vissel fans today. Change will come momentarily now. Tetsuji Yamakawa with the yellow card, the first of the game. taken down by Yamachi. Lovely take. Sasaki. It's nicely taken by Yamachi. Hidaka. Yoruki. Space out there, the delivery should be the goalkeeper's ball, and is. Straightforward claim for Osako. Almost feels like we're going through a passage of play that's just waiting for these substitutions to be made. Sasaki, Higashi, Rio Jermaine chasing, picking up the loose ball. This is a little too deep, it will come to Nakano. That's an important header away. Sanfrecce will come again. That's nicely done, Nakano. Too high for Rio Jermaine. Tall guy. Higashi. Lovely ball, and it's going to come here for Kato, who normally in that position, you would really put your house on him, not just to hit the target, but to really trouble the goalkeeper. In the end, it's straight at the goalkeeper. Here they come again. Nakano. Tanaka. That's beautifully done for Nakajima. Tall guy. Higashi goes now. And they'll win another corner. This is exactly how the first half really was following the pattern. And here come those changes. Three of the most influential players that the J-League has seen in recent seasons. Gotoku Sakai will be the first player on. Turns 34 next month. This will be his 7th season with Vissel. Yoshinobu Muto on as well, and Yuyoro Osako will be the 3rd player to join us. Here comes the corner from Higashi. It's going to come all the way through to Tolgai. Satoshi Tanaka. Sasaki, who jumps for the header. He was well marshalled, well managed by Sakai. Well, it's a more regular looking shape now for Vissel. Muto on the right, Osako in the middle, Yoruki on the left, supported as well. still have a couple of injuries in their squad. One of the players who was so good for them last season. Such a wonderful campaign, Yashiro. That's a ball that is flicked across and the goalkeeper has to make the save. "20 minutes played in the second half. It's a ball for Osako. It's a Fermo challenged by Araki. He's left Osako down, holding his ankle. Play continues. Higashi for Tolgai. Stepping away from one challenge. And goes on. And goes on. That's a really, really important block and a good block by Seto. Muto running into traffic there. It's beautifully done by Nakajima again. Such composure on the ball for such a young player. Rio Germain, that's a good turn. Wants a free kick, not going to get one. Trying to launch a counter thrust downfield, but the ball for Osako well overhit. Jermaine again. This time it is a free kick, right on the edge of the penalty area. Well, there'll be several who are looking at this and fancying their chances. A little clumsy from Yamakawa. As we enter the final quarter of the game, you get the feeling this could be the pivotal moment. If they can score here and turn this into something, you imagine the Super Cup, they'll feel is all but won. Changes will come very, very soon. Those changes now. Higashi and Tanaka will come off, and Suga and Kawabe will come on to replace them. Kawabe was one of the outstanding midfielders in the J-League last season. Taiki Suga, of course, arrived from Consadole Sapporo, where he had a really good season. He's been good for them the last few seasons, in truth. Well, Nakajima is over this free kick. Is this the teenager's moment? Just 18 years old. And it hits the defensive wall that did its job well. It's a lovely thread. Goal towards Rio Germain and put away and behind for another corner. Tominaga doing well. Suga will take. Still looking for elusive second goal. Oh, it's there now! Simplest task in the world. Hayato Araki with a straightforward jump And a clean header. The goalkeeper nowhere to be seen. It's a second goal for Sanfrecce. The simplest goal from a corner you will ever see. And Araki gets it. The goalkeeper just got caught in traffic. It was a good leap by Araki. Defender and goalkeeper will be thinking they could have kept that out. Had his most productive season, goal-scoring wise, last season. Did Hayato Araki scored 3 times, all of which came away from home. Important goals too in draws and victories. Narrow victory as well. It's a long way back now for Vissel Kobe. That's a wild slash towards goal. Just watch that clear run that he gets. No one at all blocks him. And in the end, it's a really simple header. The goalkeeper caught in no man's land. He knew as soon as he got a firm contact and it was on target, that was in. And it's 2-0. Thought he'd be busy at the other end with the arrival of Muto and Osako. As it is, from the set piece, they get themselves a second goal. Tall guy with a delightful little flick. Daiki Suga delivers hard and low, away by Yamakawa. Nakajima, tall guy. That's for Suga. Didn't keep the ball in play. Goalkeeper had it anyway. Header by Araki, straight through to the goalkeeper again. And of course, come next week, Dai Makawa will be back in goal. And he'll be in goal as well in the Champions League, of course, in the week. Yoyo Rosako. This is Koya Yoroki. A good block again by Nakano to put the ball behind for a corner. Well, they stay behind their side as they always do. But if they are to get anything out of this game, Vissel Kobe, they will need to get a goal very quickly. They have not created that much from open play. This, an opportunity from a set piece. Well, not the best delivery in the world. Headed away at the near post. Cross towards Muto. It's a good header away by Araki again. Helped further clear where the last man just can't work the way downfield. It was won by Muto. There is a foul. Another change coming momentarily. Soto Nakamura, the 22-year-old, will be coming on. And the end of Tolgay Arslan's day, who has been absolutely fantastic today. Super performance from the German. Scored the opening goal of the game. Offered much more. And Nakamura will come on for a taste of football for the first time in the first team. Suka. Firm challenge on him. Well, they've dictated the game, dominated the possession. Had nearly 3 times the number of shots, twice as many on target. Suga. Nakajima. Kawabe across goal. It's a lovely ball. Kato, Rio Germain, Nakajima. Oh, it's a really good idea. It's a very difficult chance, though, for Musuki Kato. Nice idea. Difficult chance, though. Confidence high for the Sanfrecce Hiroshima players. Osako, Yoruki. Little touches for Osako again. Lovely take by Yoruki. Lots of space to run into. Crosses looking for Muto. Headed behind by Sasaki. It's another corner. 53,343 the attendance. Great turnout on a very, very cold day. The corner hit hard and low and comfortably away. That's a foul and a yellow card as well. Hardest decision. Saito goes into the book. Poor Nakamura's just come on. Taking a whack there. The 22-year-old. Run the clock down a little anyway. Misuki Saito on his return to the first team gets himself a yellow card. Nicely helped on towards Goto Kosaka. Here is Yoruki. Little chipped forward. The chase is on towards Muto, who gets the flick. Wow. Well, he was so close to turning that home. Such an opportunity from that tight angle. He just can't believe his luck. Just stuck out a toe. Hoped it would just drift in. Rowdy all day in the National Stadium. They've been served up a really good game. There was a next-gen game a little earlier as well of the outstanding young talent on show in Japanese football. Already told you about the number of global scouts that are watching Japanese football now. But with Keisuke Osako, we're into the final 10 minutes. Delivered long. Rio Germain will chase. Nicely managed. Another by Nakano. Little bit of pinball. Not really able to get on the front foot and control the ball. Maybe now as the chase is on, but again, nicely managed the situation. A little careless, giving the ball away there. A nice little dummy for Yoruki. How can he find that cross that they want? Looking for Muto. It's a very, very good header away. And again, as the ball is delivered into the penalty area, too close to the goalkeeper, comfortable for him to deal with. Two-goal cushion, looking very, very comfortable right now. Eight minutes remain in the Super Cup final of 2025. Again, Rio Germain ends up on the floor. He's been down a lot in this game and caught a number of times. It's a dangerous looking ball by Daiki Suga, beaten away by the goalkeeper. Nicely done. Again, Nakajima. So elegant in possession of the football. Got themselves a real talent here. We'll see that straight away. A little bit of keep ball now for Sanfrecce. Ball for Yuya Osako. Defensive cover is good, unable to deal with him. Again, Rio Germain putting himself about to maximum effect. Well, there's going to be another change here for Vissel for the remaining 6 minutes of the game. Coming on is Yuya Kosuke. Stepping off goes Hidaka. Second season at the club. We made the move from Nagasaki. He was mainly from the bench last season. And did a handful of starts in J1. It's another foul. Just caught the referee's attention. 5 minutes remain To see if Osako and co can produce some late heroics. Don't put it past them. They've done it many, many times before. Probably fair to say today that they've not had the same level of punch that you would normally associate with them, the champions of Japan. That's a ball that will run through, and the goalkeeper able to spread himself and make the save. Opened up really nicely, didn't it, as well? Well, they've been fine when they've had possession of the ball around here. It's when they get forward that the issues have arisen. This is Muto. Osako, good challenge again. Araki's been really good defensively, as well as getting that vital second goal. There's another free kick and a yellow card coming here as well. Not too pleased with him on that his challenge. Shirt tug is the automatic yellow card these days, not even an argument about him. A couple of headed goals then, it's been. And second, a thunderous leap and jump to Araki's goal, to add to that of Tolgay Arslan. They're looking forward to celebrating in a few moments' time. Celebrate a victory in the Super Cup final. No lasting damage from Musuki Kato. Saw one though for him. One more double change coming for the side that looks destined to win this Super Cup final. Daiki Suga doing well. 2 minutes to go. Here come the two changes. Sotokoshavici will be the player who will join us in a moment, and he will follow. Naoto Arai, who played a big role in so many games last season. Fair roll battle for the ball. It was won by Kuwasaki. He was also being fouled as well. And we're into the last minute of this, the 2025 Fujifilm Super Cup final. Towards Osako, flicked on by Muto. Osako again, trying to thread it through for Yoruki. Gets another opportunity. Angle against him. Delivers looking across the goal, where arriving in support was Yamalchi. Yamalchi's cross charge down. Sakai. And again. Good run by Osako, wonderful skill. Oh, super goal. It's not going to count though. Yuya Osako's offside. And as we enter 5 minutes of stoppage time, the hopes that Vissel Kobe had of rescuing this game late on have probably just been extinguished by the assistant's flag. Did wonder how he managed to get himself in there so early. Well, he's a long way offside in the end. Sure, Sasaki did well to step out when he did. He knew. Thought they were going to give us another grandstand finish there. They did that so well last season. A late drama in their games. That enabled them to go on and win the title. At least when Yoshinori Muto scored in the 100th minute away at Kashiwa Reysol to draw. Of course, the week before, they'd actually been denied in stoppage time by Mateus Tula own goal in the home game, in the away game at Tokyo Verdy. They were the late goal kings of Japanese football last season. Ryo Kikuchi scoring that dramatic winner at Albirex Niigata as well. Here's Muto. No foul, says the referee. And again, the Sanfrecce players will just try to run the clock down a little. Suga for Nakajima, who's been outstanding again. It's prodigious talent, the 18-year-old. There he is again by Ryo Jermaine. Daiki Suga. It's a really good turn. It will be a foul and a free kick as well. Could easily have been a yellow card too. The challenge by Yamakawa, who was booked a little earlier, remember. Fairly agricultural, that. Well, can they seal their victory in style? Nakajima is over the free kick. Delivers hard across the penalty area away by Sakai. Nowhere for Osako to go. It's away again downfield. Lovely touch. And we'll go again here. Ryo Jermaine, no one behind him. No one arriving to turn the ball home. And again, the counter-attack will start with Yoruki. Saito. He's always available, Saito. There he is again. Nicely back by Suga to Sasaki. The goalkeeper will send the ball downfield, but we are right in the final stages of this game now. Ryo Jermaine can't take the ball in. It's been a performance full of quality from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. About to win the Super Cup in Japan for the 5th time. Referee's had a couple of looks at his watch so far. That's a nice touch. Here they come again. Looking for a third goal. Rio Jermaine, lovely touch. Daiki Suga, straight at the goalkeeper. There was half a chance for him. Injury just delaying the final whistle. Oh, Michael Skibb's side. Well, nothing will ever make up for losing the title on the final day like they did. It wasn't really lost on the final day, in truth. It was lost in the weeks before. He said that himself. But he wanted to set up a marker, to lay down a marker today for this game. And the players have responded really well. Threaded through that was looking for the run of one of those players that have come on and done really well. Well, there goes the final whistle. The Super Cup for 2025 belongs to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Ayato Araki's goal in the second half, 20 minutes from time, added to the early goal by Tolgay Arslan, enough to shoot down a much-changed Vissel Kobe side. And it will be all smiles and all celebrations for the Sanfrecce Hiroshima players in a moment or two's time. First off, they will sort themselves out and see and pay respect to the opposition. But in the end, it's quite a comfortable win for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who got out of the traps quickly, never looked back, and were worthy winners. The Super Cup final for 2025, the curtain raiser to the new J-League season, finishes Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2, Vissel Kobe, the champions, 0. Well, they were really, really good today, Sanfrecce. It was an experimental Vissel side. Many of the big guns left on the bench ahead of that Champions League elite game that takes place in a few days' time. And the opening game of the J-League season next weekend. Sanfrecce came into it with a couple of the new signings, but the nucleus of the side, the players who did so well for them last season, Tolgay Arslan, who was such a great signing in the summer transfer window, with the first goal of the day. And for Muto and Osako, well, can they go again and pick themselves up? Last season, you didn't even think of them as potential champions until the last couple of months of the season, when they suddenly picked up form, came with a late run, and ultimately were crowned as the double winners of Japanese football last time out. This season, Sanfrecce, according to many, could be favourites to win the title. Let's get some reaction from the coach, Michael Skiba.
サンフレッチェ広島スキッペ監督です。今シーズン最初のタイトル獲得しました。今の気持ちはいかがでしょうか。
Ja, und das ist sehr schön für uns. Wir haben schon oft genug Finals verloren. Deshalb sind wir froh, dass wir jetzt mal eins gewinnen konnten. Gegen einen starken Gegner, gegen Vissel Kobe, die verdient Meister und Pokalsieger sind. Und deshalb ist es ein toller Auftakt für uns.
これまでもですね、決勝で負けたっていう経験もたくさんありますんで、今日みたいな、強い神戸相手に、こういう形でタイトルが取れたことは嬉しく思います。
この試合2対0で勝てた要因、どういったところにあるんでしょうか。
Ja, ich denke, wir waren insgesamt die aktivere und offensivere Mannschaft. Wir haben besonders in der ersten Halbzeit viele gute Tormöglichkeiten herausgespielt, ein tolles Tor erzielt und ich denke insgesamt das Spiel auch verdient gewonnen. Und dennoch wissen wir natürlich über die Stärke von Vissel Kobe. Sie spielen in 3 Tagen schon Champions League, also unseren Kollegen dort auch alles Gute.
前半からアクティブに攻撃的にサッカーができたところはそこが良かったと思います。まず全体的に自分たちの方がいいサッカーができたんじゃないかと思います。この後神戸も我々も ACL がすぐ続くというところで、今シーズンお互いに頑張っていきたいと思っています。
サンフレッチェ広島スキッペ監督に今一度大きな拍手をお願いします。
Well, he did a wonderful job last season, Vissel Kobe. He was unfortunate not to lift the J.League crown. Let's catch up with the captain now, Sho Sasaki.
試合振り返って2対0いかがでしたか。
前半からいい入りできたっていうのが、大きかったですかね。全員の力でいいスタート切れたと思います。
ここでタイトルを取ってシーズンに入れる、どういった意味がありますか。
やはり幸先いいスタートっていうのはチームに勢いあるともたらすと思いますし、ここから ACL、J リーグ開幕ありますけども、チーム一丸となって、進んでいけるいいきっかけになったんじゃないかなと思いますね。
チームだけでなくファンも一丸となって戦っていくシーズンだと思います。最後にファンに向けて一言お願いします。
皆さんありがとうございます。ここからいいシーズンにしましょう。
ありがとうございました。
Sho Sasaki, the captain, will get to lift silverware in a moment. The players will enjoy their moment, the first silverware of the season, going to Sanfrecce. And let's hear from Hayato Araki.
本当にいいボールが来たんで、やばいヘディングを決めるだけでしたね。
凄まじいヘディングでしたが、試合振り返っても神戸を無失点に抑えました。振り返っていかがですか。
チームとして全体と90分通していいサッカーができた結果がゼロにつながったかなと思っています。
改めて今シーズンに向けて最後にファンに一言お願いします。
今シーズン全部のタイトル取れるようにやばいシーズンにしましょう。皆さん応援お願いします。
荒木選手でした。
He's quite the character, there's Hayato Araki. A wonderful header today, given a clear run at the ball and really made it count. And the double winners are beaten in the final. They will go on and focus on what is to come in the Asian Champions League Elite on Tuesday and the start of the season next week. Until then, time to ponder what happened today. It was a very strong side selected by Vissel Kobe, and they backed that up with a performance to boot as well, with some real quality in it. Tolgay Arslan was outstanding. And for the players of Vissel Kobe, well, they won't be overly concerned. They'll be disappointed not to win. It's silverware at the end of the day, but a big fish to fry in that Asian Champions League Elite. And then, of course, the start of the season where they try to three-peat and to defend the crown that they have won for the last 2 seasons. But today, the silverware will go to Sanfrecce Hiroshima, a side that pushed Vissel Kobe so close last season. 50 million yen on offer for this game, 30 to the winners, 20 to the runners-up. But more than that, of course, for the clubs, it is the honours that the players will receive. You will have the trophy and the medals, the keepsakes. The big coats and the jumpers are coming off on a cold day. You can see how cold it is. Look at Naoto Arai there, who's very, very cold down there and trying to keep himself warm. Along with Shunki Higashi. But they're enjoying themselves, they're enjoying the moment, they're enjoying the victory. Now the players will make their way over to the presentation ceremony. Checks out there, the trophy is out there as well. The cup is to be presented by the Fujifilm Corporation President, Representative Director and the Chief Executive Officer, Teichi Goto. The prize money comes from the Fujifilm Business Innovation, Naoki Hama, the President and CEO. And for those players, the chance to get their hands on the Super Cup. The 5th time the Sanfrecce Hiroshima have won the Super Cup. And Sho Sasaki has the trophy already and his winner's medal, and will now wait for his teammates for the ceremonial lift. There he is, delighted. It means a lot. Rewarded for their fine form last season. And in the opening game of this season, the traditional curtain raiser, strong winners against the double winners Vissel Kobe. Mayato Araki and Musuki Kato are having a bit of fun down there. Shuki Higashi's really struggling with the cold, isn't he? It is getting colder and colder the later we get. Tolgay Arslan, fantastic today. You feel he could be a huge player in the J-League this season, having made such an impact on arrival last season. And medals they'll keep forever, those players. Ryo Joben, who started last season so well with Jubilo Iwata, and then of course saw them relegated at the age of 29, gets the move to a title challenging club. And now Sho Sasaki with the trophy in hand, the winners of the Fujifilm Super Cup of 2025 are the players who were the runners-up in the league last season, but they're the winners today. Sanfrecce Hiroshima are the Super Cup winners of Japan for 2025. Congratulations to them. You get the feeling they're going to have a big say on where the title will end up in Japan this season. And the race for the title begins next weekend, and we'll be right across it as we always are. The J-League season about to get underway in a week's time. Today, what a curtain raiser. Sanfrecce Hiroshima have won the Fujifilm Super Cup for 2025. Thanks for being with us. We're looking forward to the start of the league season next week.
続きまして準優勝ヴィッセル神戸の表彰です。準優勝となりましたヴィッセル神戸に対し公益社団法人日本小桜リーグチェアマン野々村義和より準優勝賞金2000万円の取り付けが授与されます。続いてチーム全員に準優勝メダルが授与されます。